The only thing that I had a problem with was individual quiz last week with question 3, with figuring out, okay, here's your rational function. Now, what's the equation for it off of these 3 things? And I think I figured it out for the most part, because I know that the y-intercept is going to be your leading coefficients for your numerator and denominator. So it was like, what, 2 over 3, I think. So 2 divided by 3, so 2x over 3x. And then the x asymptote tells you what the denominator will be equal to, will be the 0 for the denominator, which should have been -3. So it's 3x minus 3 on the bottom. But the numerator, the only way I could find it is just by running stuff through and trial and error through graphing to figure out what the last coefficient was on.
I can think
dual quiz up top, and I think you do.
I think yeah. X equals 1 and it's a little else until yeah. No, I didn't get to do that. I completely forgot about. I had like 2 tests this weekend, so I completely forgot about this quiz. So
that's always rough.
Question 0.2.3. Rational. The horizontal.
Yeah, the horizontal asymptote will be equal to the. It's pretty much the 0 of the denominator.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think, and then the leading coefficient is your vertical asymptote.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Makes more sense.
So, like, if it was 2 over 3, like it was, so y is equal to 2 over 3, it'd be 2x over 3y, or 3x, then equal to whatever the thing is equal to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The main thing that I was confused about was where the
Vertical.
where the point goes through.
Oh. How do you
Like, it
get
goes
that
to
in
the
there?
point 2, 3, like how that applies to it. And mostly what I used that off of was, okay, I know that has to go through this point. Here's my horizontal, here's my vertical. Now I'm just going to figure out what my lagging last coefficient is for the numerator by just graphing stuff out, basically. And I was able to find it through trial and error.
Gotcha. You have to look at that. Was there any homework that? Did anything about that, Sam?
That was I don't remember anything. We had one thing on figuring out these rational equations and asymptotes, but there was nothing on figuring out the actual thing. It took me forever to figure it out, and I had some of the stuff already figured out, trying to go through a bunch of the other homework, so I figured out like what each of the asymptotes actually mean. But
yeah. Oh, interesting.
So that's my main one. I think I've got it figured out. I was just checking to see if anybody else had a problem with that. I think we did, but that's
well, if I had done the quiz, I probably would have. Yeah.
But for the most part, this last section hasn't been too bad. Yeah, this has been a much better section than the first section, I feel like.
Right, yeah, it hasn't been hard at all. Hold on, there's that. I'm gonna see, because there's the preparation guide or whatever for the test. How well did you guys do on the test, by the way?
I did pretty good.
Did okay. Could have done could have done better, kind of deal, you know.
Gotcha.
I missed a couple questions.
Yeah, I did better on the writing part than I did on the
Multiple choice.
I was traveling, and so
Oh,
yeah, no, I had time to travel, but anyway, yeah, so I had to like internet, like the hotel's internet before, and yeah, it ended up being kind of interesting. But I didn't do terrible, just didn't do as well as I wanted to.
yeah. Always makes it hard to do tests.
Right? It's better to be at home. There was the preparation. There was I saw it somewhere for the exam. Like it had a list of things to look at. I just want to look over and see if there's anything there that I may have questions about. Yeah, there's the review. I'm finding zeros. There has to be some way that the synthetic division to find the zeros. I don't know if there is. There has to be some way better than just guessing with that. It drives me nuts. It's like you'd plug one in, do synthetic division, doesn't work. You have to do the negative of it, and then try it without the negative, and keep going. That drives me nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
It's-
either. We might have to email the professor on that one.
It's very repetitive, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I think there would be something. You know, there'd be some way of doing it quicker. Not so much work. That's usually how math works. They teach you how to do everything like really slow first, just so you understand what you're doing, and then they give you like some way to do it. Just like the normal division, and then the synthetic division. Like I remember they taught me how to do the normal division, and it was just ridiculously painful. No, I mean it's not too bad, but then you do like the synthetic, and it's just so much nicer. I don't know. Usually that's
Yeah,
how it works. So hopefully that's the case, but.
yeah, I agree on that one.
Yeah, Brom's stripe vertices and things like that. Usually from quadratic functions aren't that bad. Equations. One of the ones that gave me a hard time on the homework were the miscellaneous equations. The ones that had the imaginary, like it's like squared plus parentheses, like 5x plus I or something. Yeah, it was. Oh no, that wasn't what it was. That one was. What was hard was when they gave you the one, they gave you the zero, and you had to find the actual function, like the polynomial function. Sometimes that was really like I don't think I quite got it. Thinking that was one thing giving me a hard time.
Same. I can't remember how I did that.
It's only get after a while, but just start off with just kind of you're doing it backwards. Yeah. No, you're not doing it backwards. You're doing it forwards. You guys do like graphing polynomials with like the in behavior. I didn't feel like we had anything in the homework specifically about that, like graphing it. Multiplicity, like how to solve for it and say what is your multiplicity and whatnot. But graphing it, there wasn't really anything. No. Fine, no big deal.
Get back.
Yeah. Oh, flip. How do you do those again? 1 second.
What are you guys working on now?
like how to figure out graphing polynomials. Mostly the thing is, one thing you have to look for is how many degrees do you have, and I'll tell you how
Okay.
many times you swerve up and down. That's one of the first things to look at. And then I'm trying to figure out how I did that again exactly. It was kind of
I don't-
similar to
I know
Yeah,
it
that's-
bounces on the
Yeah.
line if it's even, and it goes through the line if it's odd. And the way I remember that just because like the quadratic, the normal one, that one just bounces always, and so that one's even. Same thing with if it's like 4. If it's like 3 or an odd number, like the cubic, it does like a little S that goes through the line. But then yeah, the degree, how many times it does that. Yeah, for each 0, it has a difference because the 0 is where it touches the X or goes through it.
Yeah.
Depending on the multiplicity. And then the end
Yeah.
behavior depends on if it's negative or
negative or positive. It'll go up or down.
it goes like this or like this or like this.
Yeah.
So
Before the test comes up.
I'll review that. It's nice that it's online and not like at the
Center.
testing center
Yeah.
anytime.
Yeah, I mean, I learned 3 is a pain, but when it's multiple choice, it's not exactly too hard to take the test.
No, yeah, it's not.
It's a pain to grade on iLearn 3, I'll tell you that much right now. But,
Grades.
you know, yeah, grading on iLearn 3 is just the world's biggest pain. But,
I like the I was gonna say I like the percentage, not percentage, what was it they had before to calculator to know where you'd be at. I'm sad they took away or didn't have it after that. Like the what if calculator.
Yeah, kind of missed that one.
Now you can just like put in what if I do well on this test? What grade will it? Not terrible on it, but that's fine. Yeah, I think I'm good. I don't think there's anything specific that's
Yeah, that's
me either.
question 3 in the quiz is the only thing I had a hard time with.
Yeah, I've been figuring that out bit by bit. So,
Which one?
that question 3 on the
On the quiz last week.
quiz that we're talking about with the rational functions and how to find an equation for it, but given just a bunch of random numbers and not anything like substantial.
Also, rational code, and you write an equation. Took me a while to figure it out. I got it wrong, but yeah, now I know what to do next.
Yep. Okay. Well, I think if we're done, I'll just end it now. We can meet again on Thursday, probably like what, 7-ish, it seems like is the best time on Thursdays.
Yeah, we did that anytime from 6. Then if it's at 7 exactly, it takes a little bit of time for me to get because my wife is the pathway or pathway meeting or whatever, and so I was taking there, and it starts at 7, so I would be able to start until just maybe a little bit afterwards. We do it 7:05.
Yeah, we usually don't start till 7:10 whenever we get on here anyways, so.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we can definitely do that.
7 works for me next on Thursday.
Okay. We'll plan on